Hi, everyone. Welcome to Be So Light. Okay, hit that like button, subscribe. This is not going to be on Be So Light 369. This is only going to be for the original one. All right. I have to tell you something interesting. First one, look this up. I want you to look this up. If you don't already know about this, that is the Hollywood drug. This word is popping up all over the place. Now, I was researching this word about 2 weeks prior before we went into the whole viral thing. But it's good knowledge that you know what this is and what it's associated with and what happens to people who are partaking of this. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, I got to tell you about my dream. And then I got to tell you a little story. You want to hear about my dream? You want to hear about my story? Let me tell you about my story. All right. So, those of you that are new to the channel, thank you for coming. My name is Priestess Michaela / known as Felicia, also known as Niana, my Taino name. So, here I want to share this with you. And then I want you to pay attention to your dreams. So, I was sleeping. In the dream, I was sleeping. And there was this man who was sitting on the edge of my bed, dressed in gray. And it was the way he was dressed. It was like a dark charcoal like gray color, like a shadow color. Okay? And he was stroking my head like this. And he was saying things like this. You are a part of the problem. People like you that are waking up. You're messing up everything we want to do, that we're trying to do or keep doing. And you're getting in the way. People like you. And he's stroking my head and he's doing this. And it's almost like in a dream I'm laying there and I'm seeing this going on and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And he's stroking my head. He said, we can't afford for any more of you to keep waking up. We can't. We can't have all of you waking up. And then he goes like this, why don't you just go back to sleep? Go back to sleep and stay asleep. Go back to sleep and stay asleep. And it was almost when I heard him say that, myself screams at him and wakes up in the dream saying, F you, I am not going back to sleep. I am staying awake. And as soon as I said that, he vanished. So I wake up out of my dream and I'm like, oh, what the heck is going on? And I'm looking all around. Who's in my room? Who's in my room? Nobody's in my room. And I just lay there with this feeling of, wow, someone or something energetically was telling me they didn't want me to wake up. They didn't want me to be awake. It's more like that. They didn't want me to be awake. And that it's messing up the plan and wanted me to stay asleep. And I said, no, I'm not staying asleep. I'm wide awake. So this is what I'm telling you. We have a portal, huge portal activation hitting on Sunday and Monday. Okay? Sunday is going to affect the back of the head energetically. Monday is going to affect right here. Yeah, right there. So, energetically, these waves are going to come in, cosmic waves, bringing in light codes. more activations. Please, if you are waking up, wake up. Wake up. Understand what is going on and what's happening around you. Go beyond what you are seeing. Remember the one thing I was teaching you in the other videos. I said, sometimes you got to do something over here when you're really doing something over here. Okay, I said that for a reason, because there's this going on over here, but they're really doing something over here, and you got to pay attention. Got to pay attention. Why do they want everybody to stay inside? So today, I went out. I said, I got to go out. I got to go out. I can go out. I'm going out. That's how that is. So, because I know I can go out. So I went out and went to the dollar store. Dollar store is open, I guess, because it has food. Some of the stores have food. So I went in, just milling around, buying million little stuff, just because. And then after I did that, now it's sunny out. There was a couple of clouds up in the air, okay? But I was noticing pressure, and I was noticing my head was getting a headache. Now I wrapped my head, protecting my crown, and my head was just getting like a headache. And I was like, wow, I'm getting a headache. Then I went and grabbed myself something to eat, brought it home with me. By the time I got home, I was only out for 45 minutes to maybe an hour. That was it. By the time I got in, I had a headache. And what I did is I cleared myself with some selenite, smudged myself, washed my hands and everything. And I took off my head wrap and put on a new one. Headache was gone. I said, microwaves. Interesting. Okie dokie. So, now here comes my story. Are you ready for a story? Yeah, because I'm always doing research on certain things that I'm making and mixing and what I'm getting ready. I've been so inundated with a couple of clients that I'm talking to who've been on the front line of working in the groceries. They are now starting to feel the effects of the stress because they've been going and going and going and going. Some of the people have been working 11, 12, 13-hour shifts just to keep stuff stacked on the shelves, getting things out, just so the next day people can take and get what they need. They're trying to catch up from the first hit that happened where everything was depleted. So now they are breaking down because they're being inundated constantly with everybody coming in. There's protocols that they have to follow. And one of my clients, she literally had a major breakdown, an emotional breakdown from tired and fatigueness. She literally had to go home, but she wasn't feeling very well. So when I got the phone call, I checked in on her. I said, okay, hold on, let me do my spiral light on you. Let me get the plant medicine that you need. Now, this person is in entirely 2 cities away that I did this work on her, long distance. By the time I finished working on her, getting everything that I was guided to put for her body, how I had to move everything through, she immediately became centered, her voice cleared, her headache lessened, her sore throat started dissipating, and the pressure that was on her chest started relieving, going away. So pay attention, because everyone has been talking about the pressure on the chest, okay? The lung area, the heart area, the life area, okay? Pay attention to that. Use your selenite, smudge yourself, but game on this weekend, all right? Stay true to your water, your spirulina, eat well, rest, exercise, breathe, move the energy. because this weekend. All right. So let me tell you my story. Because I'm doing research, I got a lot of old books that I'm always looking at. Okay. And this information comes from a Science Technology of the Metal from 1954. Alrighty now. So, they're talking about different metals. And I want you to think about this metal that I'm getting ready to read you about. And it says, exposure to the sun amplifies copper. Masculine properties are slightly accentuated and can be worn over the entire body. Copper placed by the third eye could possibly even stimulate mild electromagnetic fields for great bonding between the pineal and pituitary glands. The unified action of these glands help to create and activate the third eye. In the coming years, this elixir may achieve great importance because it can be used to treat cosmic and microwave radiation. Interesting. Elsewhere, John stated that in the future, certain industrial conglomerations will attempt to achieve economic control over the sun energy by placing giant devices in the sky to control and to sell the energy. The placing of the similar devices in the sky thousands of years ago was one of the reasons an imbalance was created in the earth that led to the final destruction of Atlantis. The memory of that destruction remains in the collective consciousness of millions of people. Many will greatly resist this coming attempt to place such objects in the sky. It is also probable that there will be many new devices giving off much more microwave radiation. These coming technology advances will cause a noticeable increase in skin cancer. Many will gradually turn to healing properties found in copper. I want you to think about what I just read you. I want you to think about it. I want you to think about when you go outside, how do you feel when you go outside? If there's no clouds around, it's nice and sunny, and we're on lockdown. Some of us are still on lockdown. I shouldn't say lockdown, quarantine, stay home, that stuff. And I want you to just feel, how do you feel when you walk out? And then when you come back in, how does your body feel? Because that's going to tell you right there what you're walking into, what it feels like. Okay? This is also, I want you to think about it. Remember back, I can't remember if it was December or January, where there was a lot of different reports of people just having heart attacks. They just dropping, having heart attacks. Dropping. When you think microwaves constantly moving through the air. Okay? Constantly. I want you to think about Frankenstein. Think about Frankenstein. Let's go there. Let's think about Frankenstein. He's got these corals up. These electrical corals. Okay, now remember, the story of Frankenstein is always, they didn't have electricity. They didn't have all that. But he had to find a way to bring Frankenstein back to life, his creation. I used this analogy when I was teaching my student about this info. I said, think about it. Got to have these corals in the air, standing up, spiraled up, right? Body's in the water. He used water. He's got the metal rod that comes down. He's waiting. He's got waiting for the electrical storm, the electricity, the lightning, plasma to strike the rod, and it hits the coils and then goes into the body of Frankenstein and brings him to life. It comes to life. I wonder who's the coils. I wonder who's catching the waves. The electrical waves, how it's coming through the air. Wireless waves. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe you need to take a look at Frankenstein movie. Just think about it. Right about now, you're going, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, start thinking. These next 2 days, amp up on your water. Eat well. Okay? Try to eat as much lively, good, healthy foods as possible. And just pay attention. When you go outside, put a cap on your head, cover your head, cover it. Okay? Wear a shungite, get in the habit of this. Black tourmaline, get in the habit of that. Because it's game on. And it's all about energy. It's all about the repeat cycle that we keep doing. Remember, there are millions with this collective consciousness memory of Atlantis. What happened? How Atlantis got destroyed by going into all this technology. And what happened? Got destroyed. We keep restarting after we get so high in technology, and then so we have to learn. We have to learn from our mistakes and stop overloading the system, and other people are getting ill from it. We have to learn. It's got to be a better way. So just wanted to let you know that. Do your research. Really understand about metals and electricity, current. There was a movie, I didn't even get a chance to see it. It was out, and then I never heard anything more about it, called Currency. And they weren't talking about money. They were talking about electrical currency. So anyway, I wanted to come on and share that with you about dreams, and I wanted to come on and share that with you about the word that I showed you, because you're going to be seeing that popping up a lot. A lot of things are getting ready to come unfold. And one more thing I wanted to share with you. I am totally 100% in love with the time I've been having to have to recreate, to do things that I've been wanting to have time to do. So right now, this is your time to create and do those things. So I wanted to share that knowledge, share that story. And that's a 1954 story put in a book that was written in 1985. I'm 54. That's written in 1985. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please, let's send out loving and support to everybody who has to still work at the front line to provide the things that we are still partaking of, the food and the gas, and police and the firemen and the doctors and the nurses that are still helping others to carry on the prana in their life force. Okay? So let's hold each other up. And have a good weekend. Be good to yourself. Thank you if you've been popping over to Priestess Michaela live, 333 Priestess Michaela on the live streams, where I'm doing my Come and Dance With Me challenge. So I wasn't sure if I was going to do a class tomorrow, but I am going to do a class tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I will be live streaming on Instagram at 9 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully it won't get overloaded and won't go off. Now pay attention. This is the first time, I got to share this. First time ever. I've had my phone coverage, everything with this company. I get a text from the company. I forgot Verizon. And they send me a text and say, "Oh, we're increasing your data by 15 gigabytes until April 30th. It's free. Don't worry about anything. We just want you to have extra gigabyte." And I'm like, wait a minute, my phone takes 64 gigabytes already, and they're giving me extra? What's about to go down? So first thing, and even my mom said it today. I was checking in on my mom and dad, and my mom was like, "Yes, I got my cell phone out, and I plugged it in, and I think I need to keep that charge." And I said, "You go with that, Mom. You know we think the same. It's in our DNA. Plug that in and keep it. Let's ride the wave." Anyway, all right. I just wanted to share that information. I gotta go drink some water. I gotta go lay down. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with everyone. Be good to yourselves. And if you're coming over to my class tomorrow, I'll see you. We're going to work it out for a good hour. And nobody's shaming. Be in love with yourself. You're in your own home. Just have some fun. All right. Come and dance with me. See you tomorrow. Priestess Michaela, Mekala 333. Be so light. Like and subscribe and share. Thank you. Blessings to all of you. Much love. Bye.